Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my creative time with Emma, and also welcome to another Tag It Tuesday, my favorite day. I actually have a super simple tag for you today. I will be using this one. This is the stitched round tab and arrow die. So this comes with 3 dies. I don't have the packaging for it in front of me. So it comes with these 3 dies, and I wanted to go ahead and I need to make something for my niece with that. So I want to use that, and I'm also using, because I've been dying to make several different things with this set, but I was supposed to do these last week, but I'm so glad I'll be able to catch up and do what I wanted to do this week. So I'm using, again, Shine Like the Stars, and then I'm using the Sentiment Hello Superstar, and then the 2 smaller versions of the big ones. Now these have dies, but they don't cut out all the inside parts, if that makes sense. So what I'm going to do, actually, you know what I'm thinking? Since this is black, and I think I am going to, sorry, I'm just rethinking my whole thing here. I think I'm going to just go ahead and, I will actually stamp them onto, and I'll just pop them up. Actually, sorry, I'm thinking out loud here. I just changed my mind on what I wanted to do with this tag. So I'm going to actually use those smaller dies, okay? Which will be this one here. Let me disconnect that. So it'll be those 2 smaller dies. And I'll go ahead and I'm gonna pop that up on my tag. So I already have it cut out for you right there. Let me kind of put these aside here. So it's a little white right now because I went ahead and I just did the embossing buddy, you know, this thing right here. This little guy right here, because actually I might as well put a little bit more, because I'm going to be embossing on here, because I kind of want to make it look like a little chalkboard effect little tag. So what I'm going to do, we're going to go ahead and adhere all the little pieces down. Now this little pink paper I just found in my stash, to be honest with you. I figured this is a good way to use those little scraps that you have. So if you have small dies like this, you could go ahead and, best way to use it. So I'm just going to use some multi-matte medium here. And you know what? This one is giving me trouble. So let me, I just had the cover here. Now I don't know what I did with it. Oh, here it goes right here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use, let me see if I could do this right now. Okay, I do have another one. Okay, so these are the little bottles I buy. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and take this off here, okay? I'm going to throw that away because I don't need that anymore. Then I'm going to take the cover off of here and put it on here. So that's what hopefully now this one will work better. Yeah, the other one, I think it got stuck because last week I left the cover off by accident, so which was totally my fault. And then I think it got dried up. So we are going to work with this, and this one works perfectly. Okay, so I'm just going to put some of this on each side here, just like so. And then let me go ahead and just pick this up like this. Put that down. I like using that adhesive because it kind of gives you a little wiggle room. Like it doesn't like stick like completely right away where you can't move stuff around. So I really love that adhesive. Okay, so now that we got that part down, then I'm going to use this little arrow here. And I was going to use the I could have used the polka dots on there, but I don't know, I just didn't want it to take away from my chalkboard that I had in mind here for this particular tag. Uh-oh, of course it's stuck onto this white piece of paper. I'm putting it on this little white cardstock because it's better to see than on behind this because this is black. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, let me just go ahead and put this aside. So now what we're going to do, we are going to do some stamping. So let me grab my little embossing buddy again because I am going to stamp the little hearts on here, as well as we're going to stamp the sentiment onto that there. So let me grab my little, we'll do the hearts first, okay? So I'm going to grab my Versamark and let me grab everything I need for this. Let me find the white, white embossing powder. Okay, so let me scooch that one on over, and we're going to go ahead and just stamp the little stars first. I'm going to use the Versamark ink here. And I think we're just going to use, well, I'll go ahead and I'll stamp 3 stars, okay? Because just in case, because I plan on just using 2, but I may change my mind and just use 3. So we're going to go ahead and stamp all 3 of these on here. Let me grab the other one. This is the smaller of the 2. Actually, I'm going to stamp this again as well. Just in case I messed one up, you know, I want to have a backup there. Okay, so let me go ahead and we're going to go ahead and emboss this really quick. Pick this up like so. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just run my heat tool over this really quick, okay? Okay, since I was already embossing these, I went ahead and I embossed the actual sentiment onto the tag as well. So I just wanted to quickly show you these right here. You see how these cut out. Now these are the smaller stars that are in that set. They just don't cut out on those little tiny holes because that was too much detail for the die to actually do that. So it only cut out the outer part of the die, which is fine, okay? It works too, so I figure since this was black, we could put that on there and it would be okay. So I'm going to go ahead and let me grab some little pop dots. We're going to go ahead and pop those up really quick. And let me see if these, I'm not sure if this is too big. Oh no, perfect. Okay, and this is going to be really popped up here. Alright, let's go ahead. We'll put this one, let's see, we'll put this one right there. And then, I also decided just to go ahead and just use 2 stars instead of 3. There we go. Just a little super simple tag. And then I have this right here, this twine. It's, I guess it's Studio 112. I'm not sure where I picked it up. It's K & Company. I'm pretty sure it came with something. I'm not 100% sure, but I turned around and I saw this. I figured, you know what? Here in my, right behind me on my table. So I figured, let's go ahead and put this on here. It's gray and white, but it's okay. I think it'll still look nice with the pink. So this is stuck here. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and give that a little trimmy trim. And then what I'm going to do now, I wish this wasn't. I love twine, but it's kind of hard when it's, you know, wrapped up in something like that, because and then you have those little folded edges on it. That's the only part that bothers me about that. we're going to work with it. We're going to see. Okay, we're going to make this work because I really want to use this. Okay, I'm going to put this in through the back here. Oh yeah, that doesn't look too bad. I don't want to cut it too short because I want to put that on her little gift. So that's it, everyone. That's it. Nothing really to it. Oh, you know what? Actually, no, that's not it. Since this is for a girl, I could definitely add some sequins now. But I don't want to add too much. So I'm going to use these little itty bitty stars that I had picked up from Pretty Pink Posh. So let's just see. Let's get a few of them on here. Let me grab my multi-matte medium. And then I'm just going to just start putting them where I think they'll look nice. Now they're really teeny tiny stars, and I think they're just the cutest little tiny stars ever. Okay, put one there. Just to kind of bring a little bit of sparkly, let me put this here. Just to bring a little sparkly to this tag. Because remember I was working with the Manly card yesterday and I couldn't add, although I did add some of these little tiny, oh man, okay, hold on. I'm going to have to grab another, good thing I have plenty in this bag here. There, let me grab another one. And I think, let's go ahead and throw one here. Put one up there in the corner. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Hopefully I don't lose that one. Okay. Yeah, it's really tiny, so you have to kind of have to be careful when you're working with these, but I really love them. So it's best to handle them with some tweezers. And I love the way this came out. I think it came out really cute. So that is it, everyone. This is my tag for today. Don't forget to visit my blog at www.creativetimeforme.com to see what the rest of my amazing team. Come check out their awesome tags that they have for you today. Okay, everyone, so thank you so much for tuning in. Have a fabulous day, and I will see you all back here soon. Bye-bye.